Day 42, mealtime.
I'm almost in. Just give me another minute. We have to stabilize the core.
Okay, I'm out. The curvature of the Earth, it's breathtaking from here.
Airlock is secure. Beginning EVA. The view up here is incredible, Houston.
I have a visual on an unidentified contact. It's absorbing all available light.
Get this thing off me! It's crushing the suit! Somebody help! The pressure is too much. Somebody help me, please. Help me! Somebody help! What is this place?
This isn't the wrong point. Does anyone copy? I'm losing stability.
Come on, break already! We're running out of time.
Earth.
The station smelled of dust, ozone, and old plastic. In the cabin, the living module where every centimeter was packed with equipment. Fans hummed, keeping the air circulating. Jack hung in zero gravity, tethered to a handrail, slowly pulling on his stiff, heavy spacesuit. The fabric, soaked in technical grease and the scent of human sweat, stuck unpleasantly to his skin. This wasn't the heroic aesthetic of the movies, but heavy, tedious work. He strained to zip up the airtight zipper. It jerked, caught on the lining, and he had to fix it. These were the little things that made up daily life. The velcro on his gloves that constantly snagged on everything. The condensation on the inside of the visor that he tried not to touch with dirty fingers. Breakfast was a matter of habit. Jack reached for the magnetic board where the tubes were secured. He chose meat puree with vegetables and a packet of tea. Squeezing the thick, can-smelling mass straight into his mouth. He winced. The taste was bland but nutritious. Tea was trickier. As soon as he pressed the valve of the pouch too hard, a golden drop of water escaped and, shimmering in the lamplight, slowly floated across the cabin like a tiny planet. Jack deftly caught it with a napkin without changing his position. Breadcrumbs flew around, small, unruly. They constantly got into his eyes and jammed into the cracks of the control panels. This was his world. Crumbs, droplets, the hum of ventilation, and the cold metal of the walls. Finished with his meal, he reached for his helmet. He wiped the visor with a cloth, checked the indicators on his chest. Everything was blinking with a calm green light. He was ready for the EVA again. Jack clipped his safety tether carabiner to his belt, feeling the familiar weight of the gear. Ahead was another routine spacewalk. Replace the antenna, tighten the bolts, check the hull. He habitually pushed off the wall, drifted past the porthole in which the sun-drenched arc of the Earth slowly passed, and entered the airlock. Jack secured the last bolt on the new antenna mount, and at that moment, the world around him changed. He was used to the sound of his own breathing in the helmet, the rhythmic hum of life support systems, and the crackle of radio interference. But the silence that suddenly descended was different, heavy, vacuum-like. Radio communication with the ISS didn't just break, it vanished along with the station itself. Turning around, he saw only emptiness where, a second ago, multi-ton modules and solar panels had towered. Instead, a monolith floated silently out of the inky darkness of space. It was a ship devoid of portholes or lights, its matte black hull absorbing sunlight without reflecting a single glint. A telescopic manipulator extended from its belly. The machine's movements lacked inertia. The capture occurred with surgical precision. Jack felt a dull thud through the soles of his boots as the steel fingers clamped onto his shoulder assembly. The safety tether that connected him to the vanish station was neatly cut by a laser. No sparks, no smoke, just a clean cut. He was pulled inside through a narrow airlock that closed behind him like the diaphragm of a giant mechanical eye. Inside, there was no gravity, but the walls were studded with dense rows of sensors and technical niches. Jack frantically flicked the toggles on his chest panel, trying to switch the radio to the emergency frequency. The headphones contained only dead, piercing white noise. He pushed off the metal wall of the compartment, trying to orient himself, and saw his escape module straight ahead, which, as it turned out, had also been pulled into this alien ship. His own capsule, familiar, smelling of plastic and ozone, was literally 10 meters away. He lunged toward it, already imagining how he would fire the thrusters, but suddenly his movement stopped. His gloved hand hit an invisible obstacle. A translucent, pulsating field appeared before him, blocking the passageway. It wasn't hard to the touch, but it possessed an elasticity that threw him back. Jack punched the barrier with his fist, hoping to break through or at least trigger a reaction, but the field only lit up with a flash of static electricity in response. He tried again and again to force his way to his craft, flying around the field from different sides, but enveloped the capsule in a dense cocoon like a living membrane. At that moment, he realized he was in a simple technical compartment where even his own transport had become just an exhibit in an alien collection. A screen suddenly activated on the bulkhead. Jack froze, watching as the endless blackness of space outside the ordinary portholes changed to a view of an alien system. In the center, a gas giant shone with cold light, surrounded by a myriad of satellites. Jack pressed his hands against the shimmering barrier that separated him from his capsule one last time. Through the frosted glass of his helmet, his pupils were visible, dilated with horror, reflecting the cold glow of an alien sun. He looked at the monitor, where a tiny red, his home solar system, was rapidly disappearing, turning into an indistinguishable atom in the ocean of stars. The ship's navigation system emitted a final, low hum. Jack understood. He wasn't just abducted, he had been removed from his world forever.